Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
In 1 John chapter 1 and verse number 4, John tells us that one of the purposes for the writing of the book of 1 John is that our joy might be full. You see, when we follow the teachings of the Bible, it brings real joy, real meaning, and real fulfillment. Everyone is looking for that. In the book of 1 John, we're going to see several instances of why it only makes sense to be a Christian. It is a rational thing for us to do. But I want us to look at another verse first, and that would be 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8, because it really states the case very well. In 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 8, Paul says, "For bodily exercise profits a little." He doesn't say that it's useless, but in comparison to something else. But in contradistinction, notice this, "But godliness is profitable for all things." That's the real aim. And so when we talk about godliness, it's synonymous with the idea of Christian living. Now notice what this promise is. Notice this, "Having the promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come." The best way to live right now is as a child of God, as a faithful child of God. Now, it's rather interesting that sometimes people get this idea that, Christianity is just drudgery and Christianity's horrible here in this life, but now heaven will be great, but here it's just tough, tough, tough. Well, the reality is that life is tough, and the reality is that there are a lot of Christians. The example of Acts chapter 7, Stephen, the first Christian martyr. However, Stephen died at peace, knowing that he was doing that which was pleasing to God. Did you notice 1 Timothy 4 and verse 8 has the promise of the life that now is? The best way to live right now is as a Christian. The best way to die is as a Christian. And when we consider all the blessings that are associated with Christianity, all spiritual blessings are in Christ Jesus, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3. And we get into Jesus, Galatians chapter 3, verse 27 says, when we are scripturally baptized for the forgiveness of sins. We have a Father who will never leave us nor forsake us, Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. It only makes sense to be a faithful child of God. Join us again.